Hey, it's Mikite. Thanks for tuning on in. Today I'm super excited. We are going to be playing through at least part of our new Trailblaze continuance. Hopefully get to see some more Sunday and, see what else is in store for our Trailblazer here. So without any further ado, let's get into it because I am so excited. I have been waiting for this quest for so long. So let's do it. Should be very fun. Okay, so we're starting out in the party car. Very nice. Hello! Oh my goodness, do we have characters that are gonna hang out in here too now?
Will you stand with me by the window a little while? No need to talk.
Are you good, Madam Yukong?
Thank you. I know I'm standing safely here on the Express, but sometimes gazing out at such a vast sea of stars makes me feel a little uneasy. Having someone by my side calms me. It's always been the case. Thank you. Don't worry, it's nothing. Perhaps I'm just not used to such a peaceful vista. If the Lawfu skies can become as calm as this, maybe I'll eventually get used to it.
So, she doesn't seem to be okay. I mean, like, it's probably fine. Right?
Would you care for some jokes? A bit of laughter might be good for your health.
I would not, thank you.
Amphorius, the eternal land.
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. It's a world hidden away from outside observation, with a presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. It's mysterious, all right.
That's certainly one way to put it.
You haven't been with us on the Express very long. Will the journey be too much for you to handle?
What do you mean, too much? It's fine. We've already been through some weird stuff. I feel like this can't possibly be any stranger. I mean, maybe, but either way.
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass Amphorius over, we've still got a fuel problem to solve.
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine. I wonder if the hole in the Tychean Stadium has been repaired.
We get to be him! What?
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done.
They say this is all part of ongoing investigations. But is there even any point to doing this? The threat's long been neutralized. They're just putting on a show. I mean, look at us. This sudden surge in inter-family cooperative efforts. It's nothing but a pretense for those outsiders, isn't it?
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Now I'm curious. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Now, who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going around out there, each one more outlandish than the last.
Well, what happened was pretty outlandish, so, you know, I wouldn't discount those too quickly.
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated everything and... what was it again? That the chaos was only quelled because of an accident? Makes no sense. So what's the lowdown?
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him.
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion you're about to.
Heck, forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history, like what happened to the Black Plum family back then, without even realizing it.
I've heard another theory about that family head, though. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Is this because of the Stellaron? Jeez, are we Penaconians never gonna dream in peace again?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will. Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to your work then.
Sir doesn't even have his hood up. Like, that is not a disguise. That is a different outfit.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh.
Have we met before?
Well, at least she's, slightly less bad at this than everybody else, I guess.
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
Is he gonna use his superpowers to mind whammy everyone into forgetting they've seen him? He is, isn't he? Well, I suppose that's rather clever, isn't it? He doesn't need a different, disguise if that's what he's going with. Oh.
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both of you, sirs.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
Yeah, like, actually, what is he doing back here, specifically? Because I really am curious. Like, what's the point? You could go anywhere.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
Well, yeah. Min probably has trust issues at this point.
At least she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you, eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd really wanted to hit you where it hurts, I'd use a different approach. Like a show of sympathy, for example.
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
Okay. Interesting. So, I think we can add him in.
All or nothing. Just don't abandon your principles.
But it didn't auto do it, which is actually kind of nice. Because, like, usually they'll stick them wherever and then you can't use them. Ah! How exciting. This is nice, because it means I can actually try him out with Topaz, who is the reason why I would maybe pull for him. Again, he's such a maybe character. Like...
A day of peaceful Feeling lucky.
Because I am really curious how this goes.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at Ideen Park?
Of course, that assumes we get to fight anything at all.
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice, I can't see anything.
My apologies. I forgot that you're not very tall.
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip with you again?
We've been through this. You're the only one I can turn to now. Besides, we once lived a cat and dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
Well, you certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
This is my favorite thing about Sunday, is that he's like so chill until he's not. Like, he can kind of flip on a switch, like flip on a dime a little bit, which is funny to me, like as a character. It's different.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all, you're only alive today because of me. You owe me that much.
Holy moly! Can you get any more conceited?
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and helped you escape the jaws of death. When you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future, I did everything within my power to help you safeguard your position in the family.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. Still, it's one thing to repay a favor, quite another to knowingly put myself in harm's way. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Is this an IPC mission? Did they make you a deal? You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family or something like that?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. the sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. As for whether I can afford the price of my freedom, I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. For now, there's still some time before that payment is due, so why not exercise the right to freedom that I've just regained?
I mean, like, okay, but Penacony? Really? Also, that has got to be, like, actually a terrifying existence to have, like, some unknown debt hovering over your head, basically. And Jade is, like, a scary person to be indebted to. Like, anyone on the IPC is, like, a little bit scary. Like, there's rankings, though, and she's at the top.
By walking straight into a trap?
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back on all the events that have taken place.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
Not to agree with 1 week, but also...
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after my mistakes.
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time. If you fall into the family's hands again, you're done for.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not protrude from the vest. Trouser creases should be perfectly straight, and always aligned with the tips of your shoes. We should always ensure that everything is in order before walking out the door. The same applies when bidding my home farewell, too.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder's one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Okay, so that tells us a little bit. He runs around in disguise, apparently. Disguise in this case, in quotes, air quotes. An awful lot, which is really interesting, and apparently this is not a new habit. I wonder what all he did during that time.
Sorry, but park facilities are out of order. Refurbishment works are currently underway. Please come back again later.
That sounds familiar.
I'm aware of the situation. You can skip the report.
What? What are you talking about? I need Mr. 1 week. Please excuse me. I should have recognized you earlier. I must be more tired than I realized.
I want to know what's going on in there. You'll tell me, won't you?
There's nothing much to say, actually. We bloodhounds are just as baffled as you are. My guess is that it's simply part of the aftermath of the Stellaron incident.
Aftermath?
You are?
Renowned workaholic, Mr. Workday. He works for me. You don't know him?
We could have at least tried, like, a little bit. Like, a little bit harder here. I know we're mind-webbing people, so, like, y'all don't really care. But, like, just a little bit harder.
Oh, I see. Pardon my ignorance,
Oh
sir.
my gosh, they're buying it. Like, he's not even, there's not even any sparkles on his words. Like, they're just buying that. No connection. Goodness.
coming back to the topic of the park, let's just say that it has been recently observed that certain behaviors are not tolerated around here.
What happens if you violate the prohibitions?
It's baffling, but corrective measures will be taken. It's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe you'd like to see for yourself?
Yeah, that works. Can you keep watch over the entrance? We'll go in and have a look for ourselves.
Please take these notes with you. They may come in handy.
Oh, okay. So we found some remnants of order then, haven't we?
You shouldn't have said that just now. It'll only make us look suspicious.
Oh yeah, like you don't look suspicious already.
Said what?
Mr. Workday?
At least he is self-aware, thank goodness.
I was just telling the truth. I've always found this name to be more suitable for you. So, why are we here? You managed this park before?
You could say that. I was still a child back then. To become the bronze Melodia of the Oak family, I'd gone under Mr. Gopherwood's tutelage. We were taking a walk in the park like any other day, when he suddenly hit on the idea to have me manage the park. Within the domain he demarcated, my every word would hold the force of law. In hindsight, that was probably the first time that I enforced order.
You rose through the ranks soon after. I take it that you must have done a pretty good job.
Quite the contrary. I made a terrible mess of things. Fortunately, the tourists thought of it as nothing more than a spell of merrymaking.
Was that his way of training you?
Perhaps he was just using an approach with lighter consequences to show me what he'd learned in life. That there is never an ideal paradigm when it comes to rules. If the enforcer is incapable of introspection, then even regulations once laid down with the noblest of intentions will eventually become defiled. This place is no exception. The distorted after-echoes of the Order will only add to the chaos.
Let's see what we have on these notes.
Okay. No, no consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. What the heck? These are so random. Only cast and crew members allowed on the stage. That makes sense. I mean, it's weird, but it makes sense. Be kind to birds. That's actually sweet. Oh my gosh. That feels like a Robin nod. It really does. Especially if Sunday was the one managing this park. Sir, what did you have against non-burgers? Or ice cream? What is your problem with ice cream? Also, do not discard trash cans. I have questions. Do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. That's also another random one. Handstand walks around flower beds. Who tried this? Because for this list to exist, at least one person tried all of these. Who was being rude to the birds? And why? Also, handstands around the flower beds? Why? The attention warning at the end, too. We're gonna get in so much trouble here.
No consumption of food except for burgers. What?
I mean, I guess. There's not even any birds here. Like, what? Maybe that's why there's no birds here. We're gonna go eat an ice cream cone. Seems legit.
No consumption of food other than burgers, especially ice cream. Please tell me you didn't make this rule.
Oh, he definitely did, and I really want to know why.
I have nothing against desserts. The only reason I made that rule is so that people can learn to wait in line in an orderly manner for things, instead of shoving and jostling people around.
Sir, her! What?
What happens if I break the rule?
It's as the Bloodhound said. Corrective measures will be enforced.
Huh. Try me.
Wait, don't!
Oh.
Ah. Huh. So, where are those corrective measures?
That's odd.
Didn't I tell ya? The family can take care of the issue without you having to get involved. Next on the list is the stage. Let's go and check it out.
Either we're just like essentially stacking bad karma here and it's all gonna happen at once, or they've managed to fix something. Not
Only
sure
cast and
which.
crew members are allowed on the stage. A surprisingly reasonable rule.
And an easy one to test. Neither of us is part of the cast or a crew member. Let's try it out.
Ooh. Okay.
Huh?
What the heck?
Let's try that again.
Oh!
What's going on?
The spring noise that happens.
Guide those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
Of course it is.
You've been iron-fisted since you were little, haven't you? Wait a sec. If this is how violations are corrected, then everything that I ate just now?
I tried to warn you.
Oh. Okay, there it is. Poor guy.
How do you feel?
Now, I'm feeling murderous.
He's so tiny and cute, but so angry.
In any case, say what you will, but I can't sit by and do nothing. Not when I'm the cause of all this trouble in Ideen Park. There's no need to involve the Dreamweavers. I'll fix these distortions once and for all.
What's the plan?
Nothing complicated. All distortions have their roots. We'll be able to trace them to the source once they manifest. Breaking a few rules will do. We just need to make sure that the corrective measures that will be implemented aren't too much for us to handle. When a distorted after echo manifests to correct us, I'll be able to pinpoint its whereabouts. Then, I'll use the power of tuning to heal the dreamscape.
So, can I take it that rules are meant to be broken now?
Okay. So.
Please do not use Soul Glad bottle caps sold by the Dream Jolt troupe while experiencing the attractions. The Dream Jolt troupe, where? Are they hiding or something?
Okay. So, we're gonna need to go find them, apparently. Oh, there's one. Hello.
Oh, there it is. Found a good hiding spot, didn't ya? Come on, let's buy some bottle caps from it.
Just one moment.
Let me translate that for you. Who are you trying to pay with your spare change?
I'm afraid you're going to have to handle this if it isn't enough.
Handle this? Handle what? Wait, is that really all you've got on you?
The man is broke. I mean, he has no money anymore, which makes sense. That's fair. In character, as they say, but yeah. Doesn't really have any connections anymore.
May I remind you that I am currently on the run?
Whew. Luck's on our side. Looks like we scraped together just enough.
Who's the... We. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping.
Shall we give this capsule machine a try and see what happens?
I'm really hoping that this leads to an attack. Because I really want to use Sunday. Don't know that it will. Might just lead to not winning anything. We'll see.
Nothing's off so far. Maybe we should open the capsule?
Nah. You shouldn't have done that since warnings have proven futile. Punishment is now inevitable. That's so ominous. I love it. Oh dear.
They can't be seriously going that far, right? Oh, no. Hey, look out!
It'll be fine. Right?
I'll overcome the thorns. Torment and doubt farewell.
Liquidation!
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Can we talk?
All in.
Seize the moment.
Okay.
I've heard the call. Serenity is before me.
With interest!
Okay, that's actually like pretty great.
Can we talk?
Your head.
I feel like if we actually got to Yoon in the rotation too, she hasn't been able to go yet. Really.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits.
Oh no, you're going there.
Fight as one.
In this mortal form, I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Oh,
The
very
market is
nice.
unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Let's be friends.
You don't need to do that just yet. There we go.
Confiscated!
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. It's of no seek and you shall receive. Torment and doubt farewell.
That regen of the points here too is so nice for him especially, because like you can put him on a team, any team, and it doesn't really matter if you've got a skill heavy team anymore, just because he regens
market is
his
unpredictable.
own self, which
Investing in
is so
victory
nice.
means playing the long game!
Ooh, okay. Very nice.
This more I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Oh, did they have to do that? They could have just recalled the capsule.
Perhaps making the attractions no longer just attractions is another corrective measure?
Ugh. Aren't the rules being too finicky with words?
We're not breaking enough rules. We should look elsewhere, too.
He certainly has flipped on a switch, hasn't he? Let's go break all the rules. So I'm curious, if I run on the stage again, will I...
Guide
Oh!
those who have lost their way back onto the right path. Looks like this is an example of the corrective measures that the Bloodhound mentioned. It's exactly what I would have done back then.
It does still work. That's so funny. Okay, here we go. We're gonna throw away trash.
Do not discard trash in trash cans. This is absurd. Did you make this rule too?
Children tend to be fascinated by such paradoxes. I was no exception.
Yeah, alright.
Forget it. I don't even know how to joke about this. Well, what do you suggest we throw in?
We better use some trash, I would think. That's what we're not
Something's
supposed
happening.
to throw in. Oh! Oh!
What is this? A woodcutter's trash can?
Turned gold!
Enough. The location of the distortion is nearby.
How nice! Okay. Ooh! Lots of options. Okay. We're gonna need to find where the harmony is unadjusted. Oh, and like follow the little rainbows. How cute. Okay, so it's up here somewhere. Right there.
Oh, there it is. Huh. It does look somewhat like you.
Those were music notes, weren't they? I just called them rainbows. Goodness. It's been a long day.
Time for it to disappear for good. Reveal thyself unto me, as is customary. All creatures endowed with eyes bear souls of equal worth.
Whoa. It worked. The IPC totally should have sent someone to keep an eye on you. Aren't they worried that you might make a comeback in Penacony and grow a new pair of wings?
So long as there remains a need for me to keep a low profile, I'm no threat to them.
That's true. Come to think of it, you had always been in the spotlight, be it as a respected member of the elite or a leader. When was the last time you fell into the mud? All the way back during your childhood days?
Sometime before I turned 6. Like most boys would, I tried to fly with my earphones,
No.
only to fall into a pit. I almost broke my halo.
That's amazing. The fact that he just like says that too. Like, sir, what?
That was sarcasm, in case you didn't realize. But whoa, you actually remember something like that?
You never forget times of failure. It's only human nature.
Ugh, you're probably the only one who'd consider something like that a failure.
We are getting just so many lovely little tidbits here. I adore that so much. Okay, where are we going? Here? Oh, this one's far away. Oh. What you doing?
What is it this time?
Just looking back.
But nothing's there.
That's the whole point of revisiting a place. When I look at everything here, the memories are so fresh, it's as if it all only happened yesterday. When the younger me tasted failure here, I ran myself ragged to fix the mess. I thought myself no longer the same person as before. But it looks like I was just going round in circles. I'm glad for this chance to look back on my past in this way. Come now, we should go. This will be a long farewell. A day of peaceful repose. Feeling lucky.
I have a sneaking suspicion we may yet encounter something a little bit ominous here. Maybe not.
So, where are we heading next?
OT Mall. There are bloodhounds stationed along the way, though. It might be better to take a quieter route.
I don't mean to meddle, but I'd advise you to stay away from that place.
Oh, well, oh no. Oh dear.
Did something happen?
There isn't any concrete information yet, but anomalies have been reported around the area. The family is currently investigating. You okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, he's really aggressively mind-whamming everybody, isn't he? Apparently into thinking he's a girl.
The Stellaron incident may have been quelled, but who is to say that nobody has another agenda? Thanks for the tip, sir. We'll make a detour. May you stay safe, too.
Hold on.
Oh?
Sweet dreams are technically safe, but it would be wise to look out for oncoming vehicles.
Oh, going around scaring him like that.
Thank you.
That's a look of suspicion.
That was no ordinary passerby. It's a miracle that he didn't see through your disguise.
The Astral Express should have departed a long time ago. Why is he still in Penacony? We needn't change our plans because of him. But be sure to keep your guard up. I hope nothing terrible has fallen upon Penacony while I was in captivity the last few days. Come now. It's time we set off. Let's not stick too close to each other, just in case. A few feet or so between us will do. Seems I let my wishful thinking get the best of me. Will you at least give me a chance to explain?
I will, but before I do...
Oh, there we go. I knew he knew.
Put your hands behind your back and answer my questions in short sentences.
Short sentences?
I need to make sure your words aren't concealing any dangerous incantations.
Oh, look at him. He's got all his powers going. That's some black hole stuff right there.
I can't believe I've left everyone with such a peculiar impression of me.
This is some great art right here, too. Like, look at that. You've got Welt with his, like, signature glasses push. Sundays over here. That's very nice.
Please, believe me when I say that I didn't come back here with ill intent. Penacony will never experience the Order again, either.
I'm afraid I won't be taking your words at face value, not after how you wielded the power of harmony. Answer me. What are you doing here?
It looks like there's only one way to gain your trust. Come on out, 1 week. We found ourselves an ally.
So, it was the IPC that freed you.
My sister has likely made an agreement of some sort with them. As for how I'm able to move around freely in Penacony, I have 1 week to thank for that. As you can see, I've only returned to my home to bid it farewell. Would you be kind enough to give me a chance to say goodbye, so that I may leave without regrets?
Fair. I wouldn't trust him either.
Agreed. But, until you leave Penacony for good, you're to stay by my side.
You have my gratitude.
That's actually exciting. It's been a long time since we've gone, like, anywhere with Wells.
I left my home in a hurry, too. I know how it feels. That said, I can't make this call by myself. My companions need to know about this, too.
The Astral Express crew is in Penacony too?
I'm sorry, were you under the impression we separated often?
Come with me. We'll go find them. You come along, too.
Okay, okay. Boy, this is gonna be a party.
Okay, so we are... Oh! Actually going to location in here. Interesting.
We're here. They should be somewhere nearby.
First of all, what are we all doing here? Second of all, how do you know that?
Mr. Yang, if you don't mind, there's something that puzzles me. Now that the crisis on the planet of festivities has been averted, shouldn't the Astral Express have departed to continue on its trailblazing journey? Why have you and your companions stayed behind in Penacony? Could it be that someone stirred up trouble after I left?
And if that were indeed the case?
I doubt I'm in any position to be proposing ideas, but I'm happy to defer to the Nameless and aid with any plans you may have.
There's no need to worry. All is well in Penacony. Our reason for lingering here is a certain unusual passenger.
A passenger?
The Express has been commissioned to send a passenger back home. We're just resting up in Penacony for a while before we depart.
By passenger, do you mean this lady here? Or these ladies?
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening?
This... how?
You're finally here, Mr. Yang. We have a huge problem.
Yeah, I can see that. Goodness. What is happening? Oh, good, we get to be ourselves and hopefully figure out what the heck is going on.
Isn't it fascinating how variables never fail to find their way into the lives of organic life forms? I have no interest in the Harmony's celebration, so it's only natural for me to turn down the invitation. But it looks like my decision also cost me the front row seat to all of your exciting adventures. Conclusion: there is likewise a downside to pursuing reason. I hear that the Astral Express has established a collaboration with the Garden of Recollection for your next destination.
Screw him? Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that would be cool. But Honkai StarRail in particular does not tend to stray from the base humanoid, like, ever. Which I feel like is a little bit annoying because there are so many cool characters that they've invented. Like they do the Voxians, but like they're still like base human. Like I'd love to play like Screwlum or an Intellitron or even with a little Papeshi. That's the shorter guy with the pom-pom ball on his head. Like they have so many cool character designs, but all we get to play is exclusively our base humanoids, which is a little bit sad.
Could there be more to it?
Like, he's got a design that feels like he could be. Maybe it's coming, you never know, I guess, but I do wish he was.
Logic. The average Pathstrider wouldn't leave any trace behind in the Garden of Recollection's mirror.
Technically, but like, so do the Intellitrons. Like, when I say baseline human, I mean like, no mods, no anything wonky happening. Like, it looks exactly like a person. And he does. Kind of. But like, I don't know. They're not very adventurous with their character models, shall we say.
It's a pity we do not communicate much within the society. Not to mention we've lost most of our members to the Lord of Silence. I have never heard of Amphorius, however. That Foxian girl has indeed been through an unimaginable turn of events. I suppose that's the fate you organic life forms are bound by.
Who knows, though, I guess. They're making Herta playable, so, like, maybe. Not Puppet Herta, but, like, the Herta, as she's called, which, whatever.
So, is it out of goodwill that the Astral Express volunteered to send her back home? Looks like this is one exceptional passenger. Don't you have to accompany her then, Miss Himiko?
So, is anyone gonna tell me what's going on? March?
Oh, about that. Why don't you ask her instead? She knows how to present things logically.
Thanks, March. Really great of you to put that one on us.
You don't have to tell him that. He can see for himself. Forget it. I'll tell you. We walked around with Miss Ting-Yoon for a while after separating from the rest. But then we ran into something weird.
Did something happen in the dreamscape?
Actually, it's more like it was someone's fault. We met a Pepeshi filming a Try Not to Laugh challenge, and he gave us some of his candy. A type of candy that's supposed to make you fall over laughing.
So that sort of try not to laugh challenge.
I didn't really want to do it, but she insisted on us giving it a shot. That's how we got into this problem.
What happened?
Oh, come on, stop interrupting. So, we had some candy, and we're so happy we rolled around on the ground for a bit before standing up. But once we did, we realized Miss Ting-Yoon ate the candy too. But she only sneezed nonstop. Achoo! Achoo! Sneeze after sneeze. And before we knew it, she multiplied into several Ting-Yoons right in front of us.
What is this story? What the heck?
What's your take on this?
The dreamscape is a Memoria world. It is likely the candy triggered her hypersensitive mind, causing scattered memory fragments to dissociate and become entities themselves. There is no cause for concern. We've experienced similar incidents from time to time in the sweet dream.
Mr. Yang? Who's this?
It's okay. You can reveal yourself now.
I was only being careful, or we would have been stopped by the Bloodhounds more than once on our way here. Help me remove my disguise. 1 week.
You know, as much as I appreciate that Welt's faith in us to not immediately attack on sight, like, we could explain with our words first. We could do that.
It's been a while, everyone.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
You! What's going on?
Oh, these options are great.
Everyone, stay calm. I'll explain. I believe that at this point, Sunday has no reason to be dishonest. But to prevent any unforeseen complications, I'll be accompanying him everywhere he goes until he leaves Penacony. Mr. 1 Week here is an old acquaintance of Sunday's.
Pleased to meet you, fair lady. And you, of course. You're the heavyweight who pummeled this control freak.
Well, I guess it's nice to be known for something.
The surprises just keep pouring in. First there was Miss Acheron, and then Miss Ting-Yoon. Why does it seem like Mr. Yang always comes back with some extraordinary guests?
Let's leave this discussion for later. For now, we should be focusing on returning Miss Ting-Yoon to her normal self.
That's not gonna be easy. You'll see what I mean, Mr. Yang. These Ting-Yoons aren't exactly easy to communicate with.
Oh boy. Okay. So we get to talk with all of them, basically. What great fun. The business model is quite okay, so we can't talk to you.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know, we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I guess she's got ambition, at least. You know, that's something.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yoons here.
Okay. So we've got visionary version, somebody who's really interested in a business model. These two, who appear to be having a staring contest. These three.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day?
Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day?
That sounds like a good idea.
If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it.
She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
He's so endlessly polite, even when rather offended.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her.
Okay. Let's see, who we got? Oh, there's these two. I don't think it's one of them. These two. Okay. Who else have we got? I don't think it's here. You're hanging out. You're interested in money, so maybe not, but I guess we can try. Apparently not.
It's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her.
Goodness. Okay, there's the sleepwalker. Probably not very helpful. Nope.
I'm walking in the street. What a weird dream. This Miss Tingyun looks like she's sleepwalking. Nope, not her.
Okay. I can't talk to you even though you have a bubble. Alright, who are you? Fan wielder? Oh dear.
Huh? Yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her.
March, why are you so easily intimidated? Nope, that's a sleepwalker again. Oh? Oh! Okay. We found one. Maybe.
Oh, were you all looking for me? Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is... it's nothing special, really. She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage...
Thank you, March, as the only currently properly suspicious person here left. I appreciate you. So, our options, which are all amazing, are threaten him with welt. Great call. The one person who hasn't spoken up here. Bad at math. Also delightful, I guess. And, bring up our past fight and the fact that we obliterated him. These are all excellent choices, actually. But I want to know what he does if I do number 2.
It is not my intention to provoke
Oh, boo.
Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One Week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
No response at all. How rude. Just endless politeness. That's so unfortunate.
That is true.
If in character.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Oh, no.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
Do that.
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Uh-huh. Okay, then.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, One Week.
That's ominous.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Maybe,
Look, it's working.
maybe don't never mind that one. Yeah, have we stopped to consider that trying to recombine the previously possessed person might not be a excellent idea? When working with someone who doesn't know that. Oh dear. Ooh, pretty. Whoa.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Whoa.
Miss Tingyun, you're finally back. You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
Oh, don't keep that to yourself, buddy. That is dangerous information.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
You don't seem like you're doing so hot anymore either. Oh dear.
Don't be afraid. What is this place?
Well, it looks an awful lot like the Herta space station, doesn't it?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Okay. Okay. Eee. Also, that is such an upgrade. Like, look at her. She's gorgeous. Okay. I'm so excited to try this out. So, we're going to be running the Firefly team. Clearly. Where are you at, young lady? There you are. Not you. You don't belong here. You
To bear
do.
witness to the great General Fei Shao's heroism again is truly fortunate.
And you. I think. Let's see. Can we... Okay. Let's see. Will you let me see details? Oh, boo. I knew it was coming, but I'm still a little sad about it. That's okay. I'm not really sure then that this is the right call.
That looks so familiar.
But I guess we'll see.
Does she want to lead me somewhere?
Okay. Oh, look at that. Her dress is gorgeous. I love the color.
As in a dream. All is
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. She is gorgeous. Okay, wait. Ooh, very nice. I don't know what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting something like with the fan, but that is cool. Look at that. Oh, I wish I could try out her skill. I don't have anything. Although we need probably an enemy for that. Okay, let's continue following the ghost.
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying.
Yeah, I know.
There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
Okay. Interesting. Ah, so we do have options. Okay.
This girl is...
Ooh, okay. Ron May is involved. Well, might have been involved. At least at one point she was
Tingyun.
somewhat aware.
What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
That's so ominous.
These are...
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait! Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Okay. Increase break effect and exo toughness stuff.
Things can never go back to how they used to be.
Plus enhancing basic attack, which is interesting. And then that's just minor file damage. Okay. Cool.
Unite our goals.
Okay, so I wouldn't normally go for basic attack while in
Let's improvise.
May the foul stench
enhanced
dissipate
state for Firefly, but
Time to cleanse the filth.
Have we met?
that was fun.
Like fire until everything burns to ashes!
Okay, okay, okay. Oh.
Clouds scattered.
I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas of freeze!
Interesting, interesting.
Fight to live! I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas of freeze!
See, she's a really interesting character to me because you could kind of pair her with anyone to make them more break focused if you wanted to.
Dreams do come true.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Be of your body and mind.
How can it be? Why are there still so many of them? The ones from before weren't defeated either.
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your two choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh, no wonder those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good...
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Who?
Are we getting a virtual match? Who is this?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details.
I have some questions still.
I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
Are you alright?
Clearly not.
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
I have to say though, if they want to like sell me on her new thing being Fugue, they should probably like, you know, not call her Ting Yun in the voice cards. Just saying. Like, she can be called what she wants. But I'm hoping they at least do some more something to make that be a thing.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Ting Yun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Ting Yun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then. This is ridiculous. How come I keep
Yeah.
bumping into colleagues?
Yeah. Yeah, this is her 4-star version. Right here. See? Very much an upgrade. Like her new kit, her new everything is gorgeous. But yes, she's an upgrade character.
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Ting Yun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
You know, buying things on Penacony is a weird one to me, cause like, why are we buying things inside the dream? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, you're not gonna be able to bring it back out with you.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
Oh, I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we'd better not drag our feet.
Okay, let's see. I think maybe not this way. Yeah, kinda. But like, to buy things as a souvenir, specifically, like that's the part I find weird. More so than anything else. Like, at least in a video game you're getting something out of it. But like, to buy it as a souvenir, no one else is gonna get anything out of it. They won't even be able to see it.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Wow, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead, browse all you like.
First, we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Oh dear. Oh, now I am imagining Lady Fuxuan attempting to ride a unicycle. And I think that's great, so we're going with that one.
Can you picture her driving?
Nope.
It looks cool, but it's probably not a good idea.
Okay. Fine.
Lady Fuxuan has such refined taste. The Xianzhou really has changed a lot in the time I've been asleep. Let's go with your suggestion.
Oh.
Next is General Jing Yuan. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Huh. Okay. Sure. Seems like some of these, maybe don't quite apply, but...
You carry yourself with such dignity and grace, but you still have the heart of a child. Lady Bailu loves these types of accessories. Let's go with your suggestion. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Okay, then. We'll go over to these very private
This is a good spot.
stairs.
Miss Ting Yun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen in place when she shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that.
What does that mean? Wait, when was she replaced?
That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall? That part is true. I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
Oh.
Hey, no tattling!
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well-informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well.
Well, that's a dangerous line of thinking.
But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm her.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Alrighty, well, I do believe that will be all for tonight. My next stream will be tomorrow evening, same time, so 6 p.m. EST. You can catch me there. And I will be back to Genshin for that one, and continuing on with Honkai StarRail again on Monday. So, hope to see you there if you're interested. Either way, hope you have a super awesome morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you. Have a good one.